What is good, guys? Today we're working on the Skyline again, and we're doing something a little bit interesting. I'm going to show you how to make up to an extra 50 horsepower for 50 bucks, and it's probably only going to take you 15 minutes to do. So let's jump right into it. All right, so before I jack up the car and we set the timer and we do the mod, I want to show you what it is that we're actually doing. Today we are replacing my catalytic converter with a straight through pipe. These things cost literally $50. I got this from Up Garage for 4,990 yen, which is about $50 US or 55 Australian. The welds on this are a little bit interesting, but I can't complain, it was cheap. Comes with gaskets, bolts, and all that stuff. Now, if you don't know what your catalytic converter is, it's essentially a piece in your exhaust system, normally straight after the downpipe, has a whole bunch of rare metals in there that create a chemical reaction, essentially, that change your carcinogenic gases that come out of your engine into CO2, which is a less dangerous gas to the atmosphere, greenhouse gases, and all that kind of stuff. So, in short, it is a massive restriction to your exhaust flow, which means you're going to lose a whole bunch of horsepower from it. We have seen when you delete a catalytic converter, upwards of 50 horsepower gained just from taking that flow restriction out. So this is a pretty common thing. A lot of car people know about this. You can get high flow catalytic converters. They're quite expensive. They're actually very hard to come by here in Japan, and they're not really like massive high flowing ones. So it's kind of a bit of a pain. So it was just cheaper for me to go this route. Now, before you do this mod, I do recommend you check the legalities about this in your country. Here in Japan, if I get caught with no catalytic converter, they're just going to give me a piece of paper that says, put a catalytic converter in, get another inspection, and then you're good. So I don't mind having to swap this out every time if that ever happens. I've never been pulled over yet. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen. But just know that in your country, with emissions, there could be some laws, so just check that. So anyways, we're going to get started in it. Enough talking, explaining everything. Let's go. Okay, so I have everything ready. I'm about to hit start on the timer. I haven't done anything except get my tools ready on the side and everything like kind of ready to start. I'm gonna hit the timer and then we're gonna go. In 3, 2, 1, go. So we're at 1 minute and 40 seconds now. Let's move onto the car and see how we go. We're currently at 9 minutes and we've got it out. All right, and with that, we're done. What's the time? Look at that, 14 minutes and 53 seconds. That's pretty awesome. So what we're gonna do now is just pack up all my tools, take the car down off the jack, and then we'll go for a drive and see if it sounds any better, and as well as if it feels like I've gained any horsepower. Okay, so I've got the car back on the ground and I've cleaned everything up. The first thing I need to do though is wash up because my hands are filthy and I don't want to be putting these hands on the nice suede steering wheel that I have. But anyways, I really want to take it out for a test drive because of two reasons. One, I want to know if it sounds different. And then two, I want to know if it feels like it's gained any horsepower, if it feels faster. I know for a fact though that like you really need to gain like 25 to 30 horsepower before you can actually even feel anything driving the car. So it'll be interesting to see if I feel anything. But the noticeable difference is going to be when we're back at the dyno and we can compare dyno graphs and really see like where the curve's been affected and stuff by the exhaust flow mods that we've done. So anyways, I'm going to go inside, wash up like I said, then we'll jump in the car and go for a test drive. All right, so I've been driving my car around the neighborhood a little bit now, and it definitely feels like there's a power difference, especially when I get on it in second. It feels like there's a lot more in the top end, which makes sense because I have more flow when the turbo's at full spool. Second thing I've noticed is my exhaust note is definitely lower now, so it sounds better and it has like more of a raspier kind of like that nice RB deep sound. So I'm pretty pumped about that, but I'm not gonna really know until I get to the highway and the on-ramp where I can actually do a proper pull. So I'm pretty excited for that. When we get on there, I'm gonna put the windows down a bit so you guys get a bit more volume as well. Have the laptop set up so I can monitor my air fuel ratios as well, just in case there's any problems there as well. But otherwise, let's, I guess, get to the part of the video where I'm on the on-ramp of the highway. Whoa, okay. Yeah, my top end is definitely more. Yeah, totally more in the top end. That feels really good. All right, we're jumping on the Tomei Expressway. Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that much of a difference off the bat. Hang on, let me get through the toll booth and everything, and I'll put the windows down so you guys can hear that better. I can do a bit of a pull here actually. Second gear. Woo! That sounds cool. Oh man, big smile on my face. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Oh my gosh, I think I shot flames. That's another bonus of deleting your cat. You get to shoot flames. That should have been like the start of the video. Gain like fire from your exhaust. Like I should have used that as clickbait, but anyways. Oh wow, I can't get over that. The difference it feels in the top end. So better, so much better. Wow. It's so good. I hope it sounds all right on the video because I always find that whenever I like film something with the GoPro and like it sounds so much better in person, and then when I watch the video, it's like, man, that sucks. It doesn't sound anywhere near as good as what it did in person. So hopefully the GoPro audio picks this all up so much better. All right, here we go. We're gonna do a nice big pull. All right, here we go, second gear. Yeah, I'm shooting flames now at the top of second. God, that sounds awesome. Oh my Lord. Oh, I'm so excited. It makes popping noises now. Man, isn't it crazy like deleting your catalytic converter just has all these like feel good things for car enthusiasts, you know what I mean? Like I'm getting popping sounds, I'm shooting flames. The car has a lot more top end power. This is crazy, 50 bucks and you get all of this extra awesomeness. All right guys, so overall result for today, I'm really happy and everything turned out exactly kind of how we were expecting it to, you know? My exhaust note got better and I gained more horsepower on the top end. We don't know exactly like how much we gained in the top end until we get on the dyno, but what I want to really talk about here is value to power ratio. And I feel like so many people forget about this on YouTube and anywhere else in the world, like when it comes to talking about cars and performance and upgrades, is literally, you know, how much are you spending per horsepower? Whatever your power figure is, kilowatts, PS, horsepower, you know, I think you need to have a dollar value towards that, right? So today, let's say I did gain 50 horsepower. That's $1 a horsepower it cost me. The straight through pipe to replace my catalytic converter cost me $50. Even if I only gained 25 horsepower, that's $2 a horsepower. Then to compare that against something, you know, let's say we gained 150 horsepower from a new turbo upgrade, a front mount intercooler and an ECU remap. I did all the work myself to save on labor. So let's say it cost me $3,000. That's $20 a horsepower if I only gained 150 horsepower, right? And if you look at it from that perspective, you can really hone down on what things you should do to your car first. If your goal is power, then that's the system that you need to work on, you know? And you need to, I guess it would be a good idea to put it all on paper, right? Look at all these items that have physical proof. You know, we're not talking about pod filters here and how manufacturers slap on tags saying that you can gain 20, 50 horsepower from adding a pod filter. That's been proven and debunked, and it's a myth. Like, anyways, there's so many videos about that. I think one guy was able to get 5 horsepower extra out of it, and you cannot actually physically feel a difference that 5 horsepower makes. So anyways, just putting that aside, like physical, real things that have proof of what power they make on a dyno chart, then what you can do is you can put that down on paper, and it will help you make a decision as to what things to spend your money on first, right? You want to spend things on that are best value first. Stuff like, you know, a high flowing exhaust, a turbo outlet pipe, removing your catalytic converter. All of that has a low value, but it means that you get a high reward for it. So like when it came to me back in the days when, like, you know, a 10 gig hard drive was $250, I looked at that and I was always like, man, that's so expensive per gig. And like then when, you know, SSDs came out, it was like, man, that's even more expensive per gig. Like it was like kind of going back in time, you know. But, you know, I think like I've always looked at things, whenever I want to spend money on something, I always look at it as like, what's the number figure that I'm getting from it? Whether it's horsepower, whether it's storage in gigabytes or terabytes, how much am I paying per dollar for that value? And I think that's super important. Like, and I'm kind of repeating myself a lot here and I feel like I'm ranting, but I just think that's really important for car enthusiasts. If your goal is power, then look at it from a dollar perspective, because that really helps you go, you know, in the right direction. Like, especially lots of people always like, I'm definitely ranting now. Lots of people are always asking me like, what's the first thing I should do to my car? And this is me kind of answering you, you know, put everything on paper, all the things that you want to do, and then look at what gives you the biggest reward for your money first and do that. So anyways, enough talk about that. I've been talking for 3 minutes and I feel like I was kind of all over the place, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, and I hope you can appreciate what I'm trying to say. Anyways, thanks heaps for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit up all my social media down in the description. And if you want to send me anything, my PO box address is there as well. We're getting a nice collection of slap stickers now, which is great. And once I feel like I have this huge mound of them, I'm gonna do like a mail time video and show them all to everyone on a video. Also, last video, the troll video, pretty fun, right? I really enjoyed reading all your comments and how interactive everyone actually was with that video. But anyways, enough talking. I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Ja mata ne.